Hey, beautiful souls, it's Shamir, and welcome back to Inspire Boost with Shamir. And today, I want to share a personal story with you about something that used to hold me back big time, okay? And that was people pleasing. I spent years trying to make everyone around me happy by saying yes to things I didn't want to do and losing myself in the process. But guess what? I finally learned how to say no, and it changed my life. If you struggle with people pleasing, this video is for you. So let's get into it, okay? So let me take you back to where it all started. Growing up, I thought, hey, saying yes to everyone meant I was being a good friend, a good daughter, a good person. I didn't want to disappoint anyone, because I avoided conflict at all costs. So I felt this was the way to navigate conflict, by not having people upset with me. So I go out my way to make sure everyone was happy, even if it meant sacrificing my own needs. I say yes to projects I didn't have time for, social events I didn't want to attend, and even opinions I didn't even agree with. I was constantly bending over backwards. And you know what? It left me feeling drained and resentful. And people pleasing didn't come from a place of kindness. It came from a place of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of not being liked, fear of conflict. I was so caught up and what others thought of me that I completely lost sight of what I truly wanted. So, you know what that led to. It was leading to a turning point for me, which was a major wake-up call. And I remember realizing that this cannot be the way life is meant to be lived. One day, I hit an extreme exhaustion wall, where I said to myself, I can't continue to live life like this. It has to be a better way. I said yes to helping on picking up more hours at work to help with our team hitting goal on our monthly sales. And that was way beyond my capacity at that point. I was already juggling work, family obligations, and trying to keep up with everything I wanted to pursue for my own personal goals. I was exhausted. I was stressed out and miserable. I didn't want to deal with nobody. I didn't want to conversate with nobody. I just wanted to be to myself. But still, I didn't know how to say no. I felt trapped in my own need to please. I remember sitting in my car after a long day, feeling like I was at a breaking point. That's when it hit me. I was burning out. Not because of the demands that's around me, but because I wasn't setting boundaries. I was constantly pouring from my cup until it got so empty that I wasn't fulfilling myself. I was so busy helping and being that good person for others. But that moment in the car was a turning point. I realized something important. I was allowed to say no. It wasn't selfish or mean. It was necessary for my well-being because I was at the highest level of exhaustion and stress. So I started small. The next time someone asked me to take on extra work, I practiced saying no. I can't do that right now. It wasn't easy at first. In fact, it felt really uncomfortable. But the more I did it, the more I realized that saying no wasn't just about protecting my time. It was about respecting myself. It wasn't about pushing people away. It was about me having to set healthy boundaries. Boundaries are there to protect you. They are necessary. And what surprised me the most was how people responded. Instead of being upset or rejecting me, most people respected my boundaries. Some even admired me for being so clear about my needs. And for the ones who didn't, well, I learned that their disappointment it was not my responsibility. You may be wondering, how can I break free from people pleasing? Some people do it and not really understand or know that that's what they're doing. But I'm going to give you some practical tips on this video. So, it may seem uncomfortable at first, but this is something that's healthy for you. Okay? So, break free from people pleasing and start saying no without guilt. Okay? First, I want you to recognize the pattern. Take notes. It could be in your phone, jot it down on a piece of paper, or whenever you get some personal time to yourself. But this is going to bring that awareness in. Okay? Take note of when and why you say yes to things you don't want to do. Are you afraid of conflict, judgment, or disappointing others? Awareness is the first step. Okay? And it's going to bring about light bulbs. It's going to spark and make you realize certain things about yourself that you might not have been aware of before. Second, start small. Practice saying no in low stakes situations. Maybe it's turning down an invitation to a social event or declining to take on extra work. Build your confidence gradually, okay? Doing these little small steps, you will gain notice on how much freer you will start to feel, where you're not just saying yes to please somebody. Third, be firm, but be kind. You don't have to explain yourself. A simple no thank you or I'm not available for that is enough, okay? Some people might try to ask why, but I did this and da-da-da. Whatever the case is, you choose what to say after that. Remember, you're not responsible for how others feel about your boundaries. This is something that everybody should practice. Fourth, surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries. This is very, very important. When you set clear limits, you will notice who truly values you and who just want to use you. When I started saying no, something amazing happened, like my shirt say. I found freedom. I had more time and energy for the things that mattered to me, like my own self-care, my goals, and my passions. I felt lighter, more confident, and more in control of my life. And people pleasing had been holding me back for so long. But once I let it go, I realized that I could still be kind and generous as a person without sacrificing myself in the process. And the best part, I began to attract healthier, more balanced relationships. People reacted, they respected me more because I respected myself. So if you're feeling stuck in the cycle of people pleasing, I want you to remember this. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You are allowed to set boundaries, to say no, and put yourself first. It's not selfish, it's self-care. What's one thing you're going to start saying no to today? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to reclaim your power, don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring content. Stay strong, stay empowered, set boundaries, and live free. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.